Jim, dry as.
Dry as. I mean, the last time I was here, we had a really good rain post being here a fortnight ago, and that was, everybody was pretty relaxed about that. And in various parts of the greater country, 24 mils through to 70 mils was recorded, so that was looking really well. And the temperature started to drop a bit. So we thought, we've got a real autumn rain here, and we're going to have some longer term benefit. No, it didn't happen.
Well, everybody keeps saying it's not going to let go.
No, it's jolly dry, and we've had the nor'westers too in amongst all that now, and things are back to where they were before. So growers have really got to be diligent about making sure they have their water regimes up to spec, because right at the moment we're still in the critical stages for a lot of bud development for next year's crops, and we cannot afford to get a dehydrated situation between now and about the middle of April. So I would say get back onto those irrigators and get them wound out for probably another 30 mils this coming week, and then hopefully after that there are some rain predicted. It looks like it's getting further away rather than coming towards us. So I would say within the next week we have to have a pretty good rain of about 30 mils put on by the growers.
If not, you've got to put it on.
If not, and hopefully another 30 mils, and that should carry us through to April. Okay, about 60 mils of rain through this next month really would be really nice. So let's hope the good Lord provides most of it.
May your good wish come true. Fertiliser.
Yeah, we're sort of coupled with the moisture really. So the moisture, soil moisture, temperatures and what have you are all related to how you best maximise your application of autumn fertilisers. So if you've got some moisture there, the fertiliser will adhere to the soil particles better, and you'll get a slow usage and distribution of that fertiliser, depending on if it's ammonium, it's got a form of ammonium in it. But if it's dry, it'll sit there, and of course once it stays dry, it'll lift off. So at the moment we have got sufficient probably moisture in there to make some good fertiliser applications meaningful at this time. But once again, introducing some water with it would make it a hell of a lot better. But these are more for horticultural crops. We build up potassium at this time of the year, get the nitrogen levels back up. Growers have got this concept that if we get a lot of rain through the winter, a lot of that's going to leach. It's actually not. It's going to get down to the soil profiles where it needs to go to the rain's going to take it down to those soil profiles and the root hairs and the deep-rooted trees and bushes that may be out there. So it's going to actually cover them through the period of sort of May, June. And then in August, September, we may need to do a little bit of a top-up, especially with a nitrogen type formulation, just to give some of the crops a bit of a boost along.
What are the markets doing?
The markets are in pretty good shape for horticulture, to be honest, Rob. Obviously our horticultural crops are in full swing in terms of harvest, especially apples and getting the latter part of stone fruit now, coming into kiwi fruit shortly, tamarillos and things like avocados, all going well, and the prices are good. And our exchange rate is a little bit, although the dollar's gone up a little bit just lately, it's pretty favourable, and we're in a better position this year than we were probably the last 2 years. So quantity's down a little bit though because of the frost we've had during the November period, and of course we've had a bit of hail around the country too, so that's managed to knock a little bit of fruit off. But having said that, the quality that we have got there is good. It's got good colour. We were getting concerned about the fruit. I think I may have said it last time I was here, that it was a little bit soft, and that was because we weren't getting those cooler temperatures in the evenings. Now, this week we've got temperatures back up to 12, 14 during the evening, or during the night. We need them to be down in 8 or 9 degrees, and then we get that really crispy, high levels of starch in the fruit. Sugars hold nicely, and the fruit continues to store better and is nice and firm. And of course that helps the export of our product. I was talking to a very big onion grower yesterday in mid-Canterbury, and they're going well with the onions. Not top prices, but medium prices. And if they have a whole season of selling medium prices, they're going to end up having a really good season. Medium-sized onions, nice, good 4 layers of skin on them, nice and brown, and they'll carry through and come out the other end at Europe in really good condition for the consumers.
Obviously it's ideal for them to dry out too.
Yes, it is ideal. I mean, they're cutting them, they're leaving them on the top, coming along and picking them up like stones, and they're nice and hard. They've got those 4 skins have developed, gone brown, which they're meant to do, and they stay nice and tight, and they keep the fruit, as it were, inside in really good condition, and that's great condition to have going away the heck over to Europe.
And we've got the nets on most of the vines.
We have. The nets have finally gone on the vines. Interesting time last week when we had that big nor'wester. Some of the nets came off the vines, so the guys have had to re-net. But yeah, the grape crop's looking pretty good. It's really interesting. I spent quite a bit of time in Marlborough and Waipara of late, going around a few grape growers, and the crop's actually heavier than last year, but it started off heavier. So they've lost crop with frost. There's no doubt about that. But there's actually still a good, well-balanced crop out there, and with good-sized bunches. So I would say we're in for a reasonably good tonnage this year again, Rob. The Pinot Noir, we're looking really, really good. Some of the early bubbly wines are coming off now. Chardonnays have started, and some of the early Pinots to create bubbly. And the main harvest will get underway any time now, probably about next week actually. Yeah.
Music to my ears, Jim. Thank you very much indeed.